As with every profession out there, AI has now made its way into the legal profession, but it's not in the way that you think. We've noticed that people are now using AI, particularly ChatGPT, to try to figure out how much their case may be worth. So they will put in some information, such as their injuries, and ask ChatGPT how much their case should be worth. And some people think they can use that in order to be their own attorneys against an insurance company. That is not a good idea for so many reasons. Remember, when you ask ChatGPT or any other AI any information, it has to scour the internet to find information in order to be able to respond to your inquiry. So when you ask it how much a case may be worth, the only way an AI can do that is to find out what other cases settled for or what the jury verdicts were in those cases. But here's the problem. 98% of cases are not reported on the internet because 98% of cases never go to trial and they settle before trial. That means that ChatGPT or the AI only looks at 2% of cases out there when it comes to those jury verdicts and settlements. And that cannot and does not represent what a true value of a case would be. The AI also doesn't take into account the other major factors in any given case. Those factors are: is there a liability issue? Where is the case venued? Where is the jury pool in that venue? Who is the defendant? That makes a difference, and it also depends on how much money that defendant has, whether it's a corporation or whether it's an individual person with a policy that has a limited value on it. It also doesn't take into account who the insurance company is involved, who the attorney is for each side, and really what's going on in the world does make a difference as to a value of a case. If you don't believe me, just look what happened to the world after the pandemic hit. Everything changed, and then including the value of cases. It changed those dramatically. Indeed, we asked ChatGPT what factors and information it uses in determining the value of a case. And it gave us the following caveat, quote, "Every case is highly fact-specific. The settlement value can differ dramatically, even for similar injuries, depending on venue, people profile, defendant resources, and attorney strategy." So, as I told a recent client, if you want to use ChatGPT, go ahead, have fun with it. Just be mindful that the information you're going to get from ChatGPT may not be correct and may give you false information on certain items, and that would include how much value of a case would be. Unfortunately, some people think they can use that information and handle their own personal injury cases without an attorney. The mistake with that is you're going against a professional and seasoned insurance adjuster whose job it is to give you the least amount of money possible when it comes to your injury case. So to quote Abraham Lincoln, "A man who represents himself has a fool for a client." The best thing you can do when you have an injury case is to go through an experienced personal injury attorney. That person can help you get the most out of that case and the best value for your injuries. And since personal injury attorneys work on a contingency basis, you're not paying anything out of your pocket for using that attorney. So there's no downfall in using a personal injury attorney, but there are major downfalls to go against an experienced insurance adjuster while using ChatGPT as your only guide. If you've been injured because of a car accident, a slip and fall, a dog bite, or a burn injury, please call the Mason Law Firm. We'll discuss everything with you, give you your options, and you can decide whether you want to use us, you want to handle a case on your own, or whether you want to use another firm. It doesn't cost you anything to call us except for your time. My name is Mason Rashtian. We meet our clients by accident.